Well, good afternoon or good evening. This is Blanche Goss McFarland. Today is Friday, September the 3rd, 2021. I'm coming to you by way of poetry, and I want to dedicate this poem to all the married couples and to those who are aspiring to be married. It is entitled, Marriage is a Ministry. Marriage is a ministry. When your striving has turned into survival mode, when you're no longer friends and your love is fading, when the Google in your eyes has now become dim, when your conversations has become quarreling matches, marriage is a ministry. When your ears are on lockdown because no one listens anymore, when you shift into existing mode and the strength to reset is gone, when your tears of happiness has now turned into regrets, when the debt you incurred has now become a burden. Marriage is a ministry. When your promises has turned into lies and the energy to believe anything else dies. Yes, marriage is a ministry. When you run out of resources with nowhere else to go, and sitting at home is no longer your happy place. When your hopes, your dreams have lost its flavor, and the taste buds of your marriage has now become tasteless. Marriage is a ministry. It is not a fantasy. It's filled with two imperfect people. When anything can happen and everything goes. Yes, marriage is a ministry. When you can't even agree to disagree, and the problems pile up instead of going away. When your image of how others view you is now important, while the real you is being displayed in your very own home. When you look the part, but in actuality, you are falling apart. Yes, marriage is a ministry. Marriage is the hardest church you will ever have to pastor. The people that try you are standing right next to you. What's supposed to be is now fading away, and you find yourself traveling the journey alone. What happened to the ministry of marriage when the doors are shut? What happened to the respect, the appreciation, the compassion, the intimacy? What happens as they all begin to fade away? Yes, marriage is a ministry, but you cannot go through it without God on your side. He said, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. He is truth. He is life. He is the resurrection in your marriage. Yes, marriage is a ministry and not abuse. When you fight over the same problems over and over again, when you reject solutions instead of solving, it's no longer a ministry, it's a rejection of truth. And Jesus said, my sheep hear my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. At some point, you may have to pick up life. You may decide, I'm going to live again. But in doing so, live, forgive, forget, free your pain. But it does not mean you have to remain. Yes, marriage is a ministry, but it will not work without agreement, which is the word of God. Anything else is a failed business plan. Eventually one day, you may decide to put up a sign. It will either say, gone fishing, which means a plan to return, or it may say, gone out of business, no return. You decide. Marriage is a ministry filled with many choices. What will yours be today?